Hey everyone, before we start, I just want to talk about Wukong's runes and items. And the first item that I would go for is the Divine Sunder. Sunder is really good on Wukong right now because it synergizes well with his kit. Combining the Sheen passive with his first skill not only gives you more damage, but it also gives you more lifesteal, making you more sustainable in team fights. Sunder also gives Wukong more HP, damage, and ability haste, which are also great stats on him. Next item would be Black Cleaver, and similarly, it also gives you HP, damage, ability haste, which makes Wukong more tankier and have more damage. But what's good about Cleaver is the Sunder passive, which Wukong could easily proc with his first skill, third skill, and ultimate, especially with his ultimate, wherein you could apply Black Cleaver stacks on the entire enemy team if you're able to use it properly. Next item that we would go for is the Steel-Plated Stone Plate, another great item right now in the meta. Stone Plate making you a lot more tankier and be able to buy more time and possibly outplay the opponents as well. If they have a lot of crowd control, you could go for the Mercury Threads. And if you think you're having a hard time using a Stone Plate, another alternative would be the Stasis, allowing you to be able to use the ultimate and Stasis at the same time, making you invulnerable to enemy attacks. Then the next item that I would go for is Guardian Angel. At this time, what we would want to do as Wukong is to buy as much time as possible, and Guardian Angel is one of the perfect items for this. Once you're able to complete your Guardian Angel, you'd not only have a second life, you are also more tanky with the Stone Plate, and you're also able to buy a lot more time for your team. Then after this would be the Death's Dance. Death's Dance, another great item for Wukong, not only making your damage a lot higher, it also makes you more sustainable, and if you're able to get some takedowns, you will be able to get even more lifesteal. Last item that we will want to get is Heraldus Grudge or Mortal Reminder if they have a lot of healing in their kit. The reason why we go for Grudge is that it makes your damage a lot higher, as well as applies slow as well with the use of our ultimate. If we're able to use our ultimate properly, not only we would be able to apply Cleaver stacks, we would be able to slow them as well with the use of the Grudge. But if you need more tankiness, another alternative item would be the Randuin's Omen, especially if you're the only tank in your team. Going to the runes, the first rune that I would go for is Conqueror. Not only does this make your damage higher, it also gives you more lifesteal, and combining it with your first skill plus the Sunder passive, this makes you even more sustainable in fights. Next rune that we would go for is Weakness. This is a rune that we could easily proc with the use of our ultimate or even the Blue Smite. And combining Weakness with the Black Cleaver, this makes them easily burstable by your team. Then the next rune that we would go for is Hunter Titan. Just in case they have a lot of crowd control, this gives you more HP as well as tenacity, making slows and stuns not last that much. But if they don't have a lot of crowd control, another rune that you would go for is Ultimate Shield. So once you go in, you use your ultimate, not only that you will be able to knock up the opponents, you will also get a shield, making you more sustainable as well. Then the last rune that we could possibly go for is Pathfinder. This makes you a lot more mobile when clearing your jungle or when ganking the enemy team. And that is it for Wukong's runes and items, and I will see you guys in game.
Giveaway winners of week number 4.
Going into the game, this is where I'll show you the potential of the Wukong jungle and its efficiency once it comes to the team fights. In this matchup, we are currently up against Rengar, and in a Wukong vs Rengar matchup, this would be favorable towards the Rengar player once it comes to the skirmishes and duels, but this would be favorable towards the Wukong once it comes to the 5v5 team fights. So what we want to do is try to avoid the matchup as much as possible and try to wait for those 5v5 team fights, which most likely would happen once the objectives spawn. So in order to do that, I first place a ward in the left side of the map, and not only to prevent invades, but to also know where the opposing junglers might go once the scuttle spawns. So it's a double vision, and it helps a lot in order to avoid the matchup. So the clear that I do here is the red side clear, where I go for my red buff, Krugs, Raptor, then flex depending on what happens on the map. So when clearing the buff, the first thing that you need to know is to use the auto attack animation cancel. And in order to do this, you always want to use your auto attack before using your first skill. So before clearing my Krugs, I see that Jax is playing a bit aggressive on the bot side, and once I see that he uses his third skill, I decide to just go back and clear the Krugs instead, because Wukong's clear is one of the slower clears out of all of the metal junglers right now. So you want to clear your camps as much as possible in order to get your Divine Sunder before the first dragon spawns. So as I said, after clearing my Krugs, one thing that you want to do here is to always auto attack before using your first skill. So third, auto first, and another possible skill would be your second skill to make your clear a bit faster. So I see that Rengar is on the top side. Even though he removed my ward, I have full vision and knowledge. So it makes me more confident that Rengar is on the top side of the map. So I go for the bot side of the map. And just in case Rengar tries to contest, I know that I have priority also in the bot side and mid lane. And we're placed in a position to try and contest the Rengar. So even though my jungle is a bit slow, as soon as Rengar sees me, I'm able to clear the scuttle. And Seth has an advantage bot. So I immediately go for the punish. So third skill, auto first. Immediately get that first blood. Seth was, unluckily, Seth went down. A bit of a late flash. But all in all, we're able to get first blood. And as soon as I see that Rengar is contesting me, I just go back. Alistar with a huge response. I predict his first skill. Immediately go for the flash. Rengar makes a mistake. Flashing in also and jumping to the creep. And we get alive. We get out alive safely. So we burn 2 flashes. Get first blood. Avoid the matchup. And things are looking decent for us in the early game. So once I recall, I go for my top camps because I haven't cleared them yet. While clearing my top camps, I go and check on what possible lanes I could go for. So since I can't see any lanes right now, I just go back and clear the camps and try to get my level 5. So once you reach level 5, your ganking potential will be a lot stronger, and you would want to use your ultimate at least once before the dragon spawns. So here, I see that Alistar does another gank. I wait in the bush, wait for Kennen to burn his third. As soon as he uses the third skill, I go for the all-in. We get the Kennen down. Alistar is a bit tanky, so I'm not sure that I would be able to kill him. I poke him around, I poke him a bit, but Alistar plays a bit greedy. Immediately punish. We take the Alistar down. Rengar also overextends, and we get a 3-for-1 overall. I block the last hit of the Jhin so that he wouldn't be able to clear the cannon minion. This allows us to get 2 tower platings, which puts us in a very good spot right now. So 2-0-2 in 3 minutes, not bad. We're able to use our ultimate efficiently, and this shows the power of map awareness. As you could see there, I was clearing my blue, and as soon as I saw that TF was getting dove on, I immediately went away from the blue buff, responded to my teammates, and got a beautiful counter kill. So now that my red buff has spawned, I now go to my bot camps and look to possibly gank bot or just go back because the objectives will be spawning soon. So while clearing my Krugs, I'll go for the auto attack or auto first. And another tip, when you're using your clone, you could also use your first skill, and that would prompt your clone to also use your first skill. So not only does your clone copy your ultimate, it also copies your first skill. So the dragon will spawning in 20 seconds. I see that he has warded the bot side. I place a control ward to reward it, and I immediately go back and get my Divine Sunder, which is huge power spike onto Wukong, because this stacks well with my first skill, and this would make me more sustainable in fights. So Seth's Jax are fighting bot side. E-flash. Unfortunately, Alistar was there, very active on the map. Is able to take down our Seth, but this prompts that there is no support here, and I immediately go to start the dragon, because if Alistar was bot side, this allows us to be able to take the dragon more cleanly. And this gives us a trade. If they're able to take down the Seth, we take dragon, and this would be a good trade overall. Twisted Fate ganks the Jax bot, he gets a kill, gets away from the Alistar. Rengar takes down the TF, but this is good because this would make their Rift Herald take a lot longer. Since Jhin is on the top side, me, Corki, and Rakan try to contest the Rift Herald. I immediately go for the smite. We take down the Rengar. So not only do we steal the Herald, we're also able to get a kill on their jungler as well. So while all of that is happening, Jhin is able to get some plates on the top side. Overall, this is advantageous for us because we're able to get both objectives and possibly the first tower on the mid lane because it's on its last plate. So really good fight from us. And Wukong Rakan is another really strong combo. Rakan, Wukong ulti, Rakan ulti, then Wukong ulti again. This would make the opponents stunned for a long time. Jax goes down in the bot side. Me and Rakan go for the rotation. we know that the tower is low. And once I see the Rengar, I just show the Herald. I would want to try to get the plates down, get 2 towers before the plates disappear. So not only are we able to get 5 plates in the mid, we're also able to get 5 plates in the bot. Top side, I think we've gotten 1 plate, and overall, this makes our map play a lot stronger. So Rengar, I see that Rengar was taking the Grump, so we tried to get him down. Unfortunately, the Blast Cone saved him. I see Rengar uses his ultimate. I have to use my ultimate as well. Alistar gets a good knock-up. I have to flash out, try to get the fruits. Jax and Rengar immediately go for the punish, so we played a bit greedy. We tried to take down the Rengar, but I should have went back as soon as he was able to get the Blast Cone. So we get punished for it, and this allows our opponents to get back into the game, which is something that we don't want. Overall, I think we're still ahead in gold. Yes, we're ahead from their jungler by 500 gold, which is still good. And we're on our way to our Black Cleaver, which is another great item for us to get. So here, I just showed you the fastest way to clear as Wukong is to always third skill, auto attack, second skill, auto attack, first skill. So this allows not only you, but your clone to also use his first skill to make your clear a bit faster. So as you could see, my clone also uses the first skill, making my clear better. So what I do here is a blue side clear, and while there's nothing happening in the map, so what you want to do is when your ultimate is on cooldown, you would want to focus farming your items. I see that my cleaver is up, another major item completed, and I see the opponents are trying to make a play bot, so I immediately go for the response. So they go back, but it's okay, even though they went back, my bot camps are still up, and this is time for me to clear those camps. So once I complete my cleaver sunder, my clear is a lot faster as compared to my initial clear, and this would at this point I would look for leads to counter gank, and I see here Jax Alistar overextended, Twisted Fate with a great ultimate as well. We get 2 ultimates off, we knock off the Rengar, the Alistar, we have a lot of damage in our kit. Alistar was able to knock us far, but my team with a great response, doing a great counter gank overall. Okay? So what's good about Wukong once you have these 2 items is that Cleaver stacks with your ultimate, wherein you would be able to put Cleaver stacks on everyone. So not only are you able to get passive stacks on everyone when you use your ultimate, you're also able to put Cleaver stacks, and you're also able to apply weakness, which is one of our runes. So this would make the opponents not that tanky and make our teammates' damage a lot stronger overall. So that's something underrated that people don't know about Wukong, is that their stats go really low if Wukong is able to ult them properly. So Herald spawns, I see that Jax is on the top, Set is gonna be first, Kennen goes in for the flash, so we go for the team fight. We have a lot of combo in our kit. We ultimate 3 targets, I use a second skill, ultimate. We try to look for the junglers who has max stacks on cleaver as well as max stacks on my passive. So this gives me a lot of damage. We also have a lot of lifesteal with the use of our first skill, so we're able to win the fight and secure the Rift Herald safely. So what Jax is doing here right now is trying to make a play on the top side, trying to get our second tower top. He's able to take it down, but this would be traded for himself, so we're gonna be able to get not only a kill, but we're gonna be able to secure the dragon as well, since their jungler is currently down and their Jax is very low on HP. Oh, luckily, he's able to live for some reason. So what he does is he tries to push mid, but my team is there to respond, so there's no worries. Rengar is a bit late. We're able to secure the dragon safely, and we look for a potential fight, but as soon as they go back, we go back, and this is okay because we're able to get a lot of towers and a lot of objectives. So I give blue to the Twisted Fate. He's been doing really well with all of the counter ganks that has been happening. Good vision control as well, so he deserves a blue. So the only time I don't give blue to my mid lane is when they're not doing so well. So it's up to you on whether you want to give your laners blue buff, red buff, or not. So now I go for the recall. I have my stone plate, which makes me a lot tankier. going for the Guardian Angel next to make me even more annoying when it comes to team fights. So what you want to do when you playing Wukong in team fights is try to be as annoying as possible, knock up as much targets, apply weakness and black cleaver stacks to everyone, making them very squishy when your AD champions hit them. And the next thing is going for the top tower because the mid and bot tower are down. So we go for the top and Seth does a great ultimate. We punish the Jax again. I immediately place the Herald because that's the only remaining tower. And I see that Corki is being dove bot. So has a potential. We have a potential of getting 2 towers. Trading for 1 tower. Alistar, I think, backdoor the first tower bot, but it's okay. We have Herald coming for the second tower top. And overall, this would be a 2 tower plus skill for 1 tower plus skill, which is favorable for us. So we will take that. As much as I want the Herald to do another bump, this would be very risky because my teammates are low and want to go back. So what I do here is wait for the go for the Scuttlebot. I thought it would be another Herald, but I just remembered I have already taken 2 Heralds. I see that they've taken Scutbot, so I just go back and look for some farm while waiting for my team to regroup. So TF just went to base. Corki is covering mid. Seth just went to base as well. I see that Rengar is bot side, so I'm pretty safe. And expect for any ganks, so I would be there for the counter ganks. So another thing is Wukong's second skill, wherein it was buffed to make it more easy for players to pass through walls. So like the Baron Pit, before you wouldn't be able, there's only one angle that you could pass through. Now there's many angles that you could go back and forth in the Baron and Dragon Pit. So I see a fight that's happening on mid side. Rakan goes for the all-in. He goes for the knock-up. I immediately follow up with my own knock-up. Jhin flashes away, but I use my ultimate. So one thing that the ultimate does is that it makes you move faster as well. So that's why I was able to reach the Jhin even though I didn't have any move speed. So it was because of my ultimate. So Rengar tries to take down the Corki, takes him down. Our TF, blue card, has an ultimate. We take down the Rengar, get a lot of HP. Look at that. Every time I use my first skill, I think I get about 300 HP, which is really strong, especially if they don't have any anti-healing. So we take 4 of their members down, and I immediately ping Baron, just in case that we would be able to take it. Our damage is not that strong because it's only me, TF, and Rakan. I'm trying to call for Seth. I'm checking if I would go for the blue buff or Baron. We do some damage test. So far, we're able to, it's a bit slow, but we see that Jax wants to go for the contest, so we go for the punish. And overall, we cancel the Baron. We just take their blue buff instead. Kennen shows himself. We get a lot of stun. Immediately go for the burst. Really good catch onto him. And this goes to show we have to play, what do you call this? We can't play too fast because if we tried to force the Baron, we would go down. So, there. Second skill, we dodge the headbutt. We have our ultimate to knock up the Alistar and Jhin. We try to poke the Alistar a bit before going back because our team is not yet in position. And overall, things are still looking great for us. So I start to recall, buy my Guardian Angel, and this is when Wukong becomes really annoying. So at this stage, not only do we have Stoneplate to buy time, we also have Guardian Angel, we also have our Decoy, and our ultimate. So we have a lot of crowd control. 2 crowd controls for the ultimate, Stoneplate, Decoy, GA. We have 5 ways to buy time for our team, which is really good at this stage of the game. So third dragon is spawning. I think we've taken the 2 dragons so far. So we would want to get this third dragon because stacking 3 dragons are OP. And as soon as I see TF uses ultimate, there are 3 people mid, 2 people bot, no one at dragon. I pull the dragon a bit just in case Rengar wants to go for the contest because his sleep is a bit far and he would easily be able to get vision of the dragon. So what I want to do is try to combine my first skill with the smite. They didn't do any contest, so we're able to safely secure the dragon, which puts us in a very, very comfortable lead. Not only do we have a gold lead, but we're also leading when it comes to the dragon stacks. So Scuttle is spawning, something that I would want to get. Jax is overextended, dodges a TF gold card, flashes but we force the flash, which is worth it. Me and Rakan combines our ultimate. I tank a lot of damage with my ulti, and then I still have my stone decoy. We dodge the Kennen ult, stone plate. Kennen uses his stun. Even though we are taken low, we still have lifesteal with our first kill. Look at our first kill, bang! Almost half HP with Triumph plus first kill. We immediately go for the punish, and the opponents just surrender because that was a clean ace, and we most probably could have ended the game by then. So that was quite a clean game overall by us. We're able to do a lot of damage, apply a lot of crowd control, and buy time for our team to be able to clean up the fight. So 95% we get MVP. Our team played well. TF with a great counter ults, a lot of damage. So even though we're playing a bit tanky, we have a lot of damage, and that is it for our Wukong gameplay. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Peace out. Ciao, ciao. I'm finally facing it all, fearless.